Everything here, back at you with another single figure action figure review, this time with the Mezco comic Superman. I've been super excited to bust into this set, so let's get this one going because I've been dying to play with him and I can't wait to see what he can do. Alright, so here we go first with an instruction sheet. So there's a lot to actually go over with this because there's light up eye features. So that's showing me how to do that. There's the Mercy plant. Look at that. The heat effects, the kryptonite display, bullet ricochets, punch effects, Starro. The amount of accessories and head sculpts is what finally pulled me into making the decision to get this guy. So here's the first tray of goodies, including Soups himself. And then here's the second with the remaining. Let's do deep dive now. And quick shout out to Mezco for the tin. I love when they do this on their toys. It just is awesome. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll do something. And I'm just happy I have it because it's awesome. All right, here he is out of the tin. Looking tremendous, gorgeous. Now, I did have one little issue out of the box where up under here, this little piece that's tucked in had been pulled out. So it did take me a little bit of delicate work to tuck that back in. Over here, you can see it wedged in on this side. There you go. So you can see it over here. But I did have to do that to start things off. So just be aware because, again, I was very careful. Because that's the one kind of knock if we start off with a con, which is very unusual for me. But to start off with a con, I wasn't crazy about the way that they handled the cape back here. But it is more comic booky, if that makes sense. So I think I'll grow to love it. But it is very bundled up and bushed up over here, and like I said, I had to tuck this portion in on that shoulder. So just be aware you may have to contend with that, but it's a very, very thin wire in there, but it will get you the basic movement that you want. But yeah, very thin wire this time around. Really do a ton of things. Well, I guess it does. It holds, but it's not. See, you have that little drop back. It's not going to fall exactly where you want it to fall every time. All right, now movement wise, he does move well. He's got the double jointed knee. Again, with this pajama style stuff, you don't want to leave it in a posed position. You don't want to stretch the fabric out indefinitely. So, but this just like the Reeves look, it moves really well. I was warned, I have sort of calloused hands, that this could kind of bunch up on you or catch your skin. So I'm trying to be careful, but I opted not to go with gloves. No, I thought about it. But yeah, see, there's the double jointed elbow, so you get really nice movement. Really nice Mezco body, so you're getting a lot of dynamic stuff that you're able to get because you're not too restricted from the fabric, the material itself. So he's moving really well. Really enjoy that buck under there. Again, with double jointed legs and arms. Big build, chunky boy. You can see the muscle definition, especially with some of the shadowing. You can take a look at those thighs with the lighting, with the right lighting, right? So you can see the musculature under there. It's really great. So, big fan so far. Big fan of the movement. Definitely going to have some fun with him. Just be a matter of figuring out the best way to capture him flying, because I won't be able to use my flight stands because of the fabric outfit. Unless I get creative with tucking things in, but I never like to risk damaging any of the materials. Now, the other thing while I have him out, now I didn't do this, but this is what people have been talking about or warning me about. But see, there's that little like fluffing up right there. I didn't do that. I didn't catch that. That wasn't me. We have that issue. That was one that I heard about. And then the other knock being that the Superman S is too small on this figure. I mean, sure, I think I would enjoy it larger. I've seen some different mods and magnetic attachments, symbols, etc. out there already. But I don't think this is a bad, like, I don't know if I'm ever going to need to do anything else with it. It looks good to me. Would larger work? Absolutely. Does this size work? I think so. So in terms of those two critiques, the symbol I can live with, but this little billowing pilly, that's annoying. And again, that's just, I must have done that, but I don't even recall feeling my skin catch that whatsoever. So that's a little bummer, but it'll just be something to consider as I get him ready for photography. So now let's get into head sculpts, because this was a huge reason for me acquiring this figure. Again, with the amount of personality that we are able to get with these different head sculpts and stuff that you wouldn't typically see, I feel like. So let's get into it. So here we go. We have more of a smirk but stoic Supes. So the way this works, which is a little interesting, is that each head has its own fallen peg. See? Ball joint, which is very interesting. Oh, look at that gnarly, awesome, angry Supes. So good, so good. Stun Superman, like that one. Where else would you ever get a face sculpt like that? That's so great. That's so great. That's somebody that forgot to take out the garbage. That's the angry dad expression right there. Of course, we get an amazing, just all-American Boy Scout, little happier Soup smile right there. Very cool. And then we have the light-up eyes. So there's the light-up eyes. I'm going to have to get that going. And then I have to figure out how it works with the heat vision. So they took a little page out of the Cyclops book here, but I got to figure out how to access the light feature and the batteries to get that going. Now, the battery control is in the laser, I guess the red eyes, light up eyes feature over here. So it's in this head sculpt, and this will pop out like so. So there's where the battery will go in, and I'll turn that on, etc., etc. So, okay, no problem there. That will live in that one. Then we have the laser eyes, and I cannot for the life of me take this out. So I probably won't risk using the light up eyes for the time being to make sure, but I would assume that that light up feature would go inside of here so that I could then actually light up the laser effects. So I gotta figure out what to do there. I gotta figure it out, but this is not wanting to come out of the head right now. Unlike this one, which did. Looking at the heat vision effects, you know what? I'm thinking that the light up eyes are just the light up eyes, the light up function there, and that the heat vision effects are just that as well. So I think it's just a separate thing. I think it's just the one head that gets the light. All right, let's take a look at some of the accessories now that he comes with. So up first, he has 3 bullet ricochet effects that magnetize to his chest. These are so rad. I love when Mezco does this type of stuff with magnets. That's amazing. I love it so much. It reminds me of the bullet bracelets of Wonder Woman, but that's just such a cool feature. I love the use of magnets, like I said. There we go. Magnets, how do they work? Super impressed with the magnetic chest. Love that for the bullet ricochets. That's just so awesome. So, boom, number one. Then we get into some of these other wonderful little toys that he comes with. So I think this is the Phantom Zone gun, Phantom Zone teleporter, projector, something along those lines. And then you get this amazing set of kryptonite pieces, which I'm going to put together for you right now. So I'm halfway through putting this together, I guess a little more than halfway, but I wanted to show how this works. There's little pegs and peg holes here, so everything ports on really, really nicely, and they squeeze right on there, so there's no falling off. So that's really nice. I enjoy that tremendously as somebody who moves around his displays or accessories for a variety of reasons. That's just all going to stay nicely together. So love that, and this can be used not only for Superman-based stories, if you want, for your toy photography, or just again as a display piece. You can use it in science labs. This is a really great accessory. Super into that. Another quick note about Soups: he comes out of the box or out of the tin with the two fists, but that he also has some holding hands, 2 different types of posing hands, and then flight hands. So he's got 10 different individual hands over 5 different expressions, poses, etc. So that's nice. Lots of options. All right, so for the Mercy plant, what's really great is that this is all soft and bendable, posable plastic rubber. Oh, that's so nice. So again, fully wired and bendable, but soft and does not feel rough whatsoever. Great piece. And it's super easy to add on there. So easy. And like I said, no worries whatsoever about damaging the fabric material. It's just really great. Awesome accessory. Soups also comes with 2 punch effects. So there's the fist hole in there. But that's fantastic. Love that. Great way to get movement, to simulate movement in your photography. So it'll be something along these lines once I get him all posed up. Something like that. Really cool effect. Really cool effect right there. I don't have anything like this, so this is something that will not be used exclusively with Superman, as I'm really into that effect piece right there. It's awesome. Let's see how he looks with Starro. Neat. And I might not be doing that exactly right. Gotta play around with that air. Oh, that's so much better. There it is. So there's Starro. Awesome, amazing. All right, now let's check out some laser effects. Man, those look really awesome. I definitely don't have enough effects like this in my collection. I think this is amazing. Between a Mezco Cyclops, I have those optic blasts that are neat, and then NECA Homelander came with some laser eyes. But it adds so much. Like, this is gonna be so cool for photography. This is for when you don't want to set the whole world on fire. I love having those options. I love it. I love it. I love it. Amazing work by Mezco here, giving us the 2 varieties. Controlled and uncontrolled. Great stuff. And how silly of me, it actually has this little extra end cap, which is nice. So there you go. So for the two little smaller beams, it does come with that piece that ports on there. So again, another nice touch, especially if you want to get some contact going against an opponent. But that's beautiful. I love that they included that. All right, so final thoughts is, my goodness, what an amazing figure. I can't believe I slept on it as long as I did. I'm just totally blown away. Like I said, when it came down to accessories and head sculpts, that was the primary reason that I ended up going for it. There's just a lot of bang for your buck, and he's available everywhere. I was able to get him for under retail, and he's just spectacular in every single way. I initially passed on him because of the Reeves Superman, but this is now my comic. This is my comic Superman, my definitive comic Superman. Outside of the little bit of pilling, which is unfortunate. It's not the end of the world. And you get so many head sculpts. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. 6 different unique heads. I didn't queue up the light feature for the laser eyes or the heat up eyes, but you get the idea. You know what those, if you are familiar with Mezco, you know what you're gonna get with that. If you're not, they glow, they light up. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you've been like me and on the fence and holding off on purchasing this, but if you ever had an inkling that you'd want him, I would say jump on him sooner than later before he hits like crazy aftermarket, because right now you can find him for retail or under, and he is spectacular. So if you were thinking about picking him up, you should. He's just that good. Really wonderful. Again, pilling and the wiring of the cape could have been a little bit better, but other than that, he moves so well. Amazing accessories. I think I've been using that word throughout, but it's true. Like I'm just blown away by these accessories. They're so wonderful. Give me so many different options, or just new pieces for toy photography, for dioramas and setups. So really wonderful. So thanks for checking out the review. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all those fun YouTube things. And hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.